Hello, everybody. It's Jake, and welcome back to Dumbcrafted. It has been a hot minute, but I am finally back from moving, and now I know that you guys have already seen the title, and you may be thinking, is this clickbait? What is this? No. This is the last episode of Dumbcrafted, and I would like to do something big for it. Now, before we get into my plans for the episode, I do want to explain a little bit why I am ending the series. There's just a lot behind the scenes in the server that I'm not exactly happy with. I don't want to go into detail here, but the biggest thing for me was that the server was updated to 1.16 before I even moved, and the Nether was supposedly going to get wiped, and it still hasn't been wiped like 3 weeks later, so that's really just the nail in the coffin for me. There's, no point to play on a server where I never see anybody else on and where things never get done. But it's been an amazing ride, and I've had tons of fun playing while it lasted. And just know that this is not the end of Minecraft Survival on my channel. There is something that I'm trying to cook up that I think would be a lot of fun. So look out for that in the next couple of weeks. Now anyways, back to the episode. We are going to set up a treasure hunt because this little farm in the Black Tree Forest is going to be hit by a calamitous event. Everything is going to be wiped out. The house is going to be left in ruins. The trees are going to be leveled. It is going to be a very, very cool event. And then at the end, I am going to hide my fortune somewhere far away from here, and it is going to be a nice big scavenger hunt for the other members as a sort of thank you and a goodbye to them. I think that the event that I would like to do is to make it look like our nether portal exploded and began leaking all over the farm, and we were like ravaged by pigmen and stuff. I think that that would be super, super cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the nether, and I'm going to gather a bunch of supplies. I'm going to run into the new chunks, generate those so that we can get some of the new stuff, and I'm going to make it look awesome here, hopefully. And I will catch you guys back in like 5 seconds. Alright everyone, I have come back from my trip to the nether, and boy howdy did it take a very long time because there are so many chunks generated in the nether. It is insane. It took me a solid 20 minutes walking in a relatively straight path, not a lot of digging, not a lot of, like complicated maneuvering. It took me a solid 20 minutes to find new chunks, which is, but I found the blocks. I didn't find a warped forest or crimson forest, which really is disappointing because I wanted to throw some of that in, but I think that the magma, the basalt, and the netherrack, and the soul sand will do just fine for what we want to do. So what I am going to do is start replacing most of this outside stuff here. I'm going to replace all of this with blackstone, replace dirt in the foreseeable area with netherrack. It is going to be a very big project, and of course the house is a whole different story. I will work on that later, but for now I just want to get the kind of relative area of the grass going. And I think that this would be a good time for a time-lapse chat. So I am going to go ahead and film this as a time-lapse. And Editing Jake is going to talk to you guys and talk about whatever I decide to talk about. I have no clue right now. So, yes, enjoy the time-lapse chat, and I will see you guys once this is all done and dusted. Hey everyone, Editing Jake here, and for the second and final Dumbcrafted time-lapse chat, I want to talk about why I decided to leave the server, as well as how my move went, and finally what's coming in the future. Now, really quickly, don't mind the background noise. I'm sorry, I'll touch on it a little bit later, but just, it is what it is. I'm sorry. It'll get better in the next couple of weeks. But first off, I'd like to talk a bit about leaving the server. I've had a lot of fun playing and building on the server, but as I said earlier, in the video, there hasn't been a lot of activity. Even since I started, it was pretty quiet. Only like 3 players I can think of who I saw on other than Tizi and myself. And though they were on frequently before, our schedules never really clicked. And speaking of, another problem was scheduling. I would have liked to have headed to the end by like episode 2 or 3, and there were talks about doing it in the server, but that nobody could line up their scheduling, and it just never ended up happening, which was another big reason I ended up deciding to leave. The server lag was another big issue. It got really rough around the Black Tree Mine stream. I don't know if you guys remember, if you watched, but it was bad. And so that's kind of where I quit personally to focus more on moving and stuff. And then finally, the server kind of just got super duper quiet, and now we're here today where I decided to leave. I had a lot of fun on the server, but unfortunately, some things just don't work out. You know, maybe in the future, MVGaming and I will do some stuff together. Who knows what the future holds. I made sure to let him know I'd be down for anything he had in mind, so maybe Dumbcrafted 2 or any kind of collab could be in the future. I have no clue. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, my move, it went pretty well. It was a rough trip driving across the U.S. in an RV, and I did really want to vlog it, but there really just ended up not being much to vlog. Everybody in the RV kept mostly to their self, and when we weren't driving, we were sleeping. We saw Mount Rushmore and the Work in Progress Crazy Horse Monument, which are both super, super cool. If any of you are ever out that way, I would recommend both. Mount Rushmore is just a very cool thing to see with the U.S. presidents and, you know, the presidential history behind it. And the Crazy Horse Monument, though it's incomplete, has a lot of amazing Native American history behind it. They've got really cool museum with all kinds of carvings and artwork and historical artifacts, all that stuff. And it is super duper awesome to see. So I would recommend going to see both of those places if you're ever going past them. Just make a quick stop. You don't got to dedicate a whole day to it, but yeah. Also, the Crazy Horse hoodies are super duper comfortable, so that alone is a reason to stop at their gift shop. But anyways, that aside, the move went really well. Our stuff got here mostly in one piece. The house is interesting. It needs a lot of love. The people before us didn't really take care of it, but even in 3 weeks, it feels much more cozy and much more like home. Now, getting back to why my mic sounds so bad, my parents are actually redoing the flooring on the second floor because the carpet is just so gross up here that they thought that that is the first project they wanted to tackle. So they started in my room because it's at the edge of the house, or it's on an exterior wall. So they're working in my room, and then once it's finished, they're gonna work their way out. So soon, I will be back to my normal sound space where things sound really good, but for right now, we're just going to have to deal with the echo because, unfortunately, the floor is being done. But it is what it is. Now, finally, I'd like to quickly talk about what's coming in the future. I am working on setting up a modded SMP for some close friends of mine, and I plan to record it, so it should be really, really fun. And I'm also going to start uploading more funny moments of things like Rainbow Six Siege, Fall Guys, maybe Uno, just fun party games that my group picks up that we can start playing. You know, I know it's not Minecraft, but this channel never was meant to just be Minecraft, but it was the only game I used to play when I started. Now that I'm older and I've branched out, I would like to start posting more content like that, although roleplays and Minecraft will be around for a while, I promise. And so I'm thinking that another good way to branch out the gaming content is to start streaming on Twitch, because I've been thinking about it, and I think that it would be really fun to set up a different space, but I don't want to make a second YouTube channel. But I really enjoy streaming, so I'm thinking that what the best plan of action is to start a Twitch channel where I can stream like Wednesday and Friday or something for however many hours I'm feeling, and we will just play, and then I can take the best moments of that, upload them once a week, like a Monday or something, and have that be a Monday upload of just Twitch clips. I don't know, it maybe isn't a good idea, and it's completely experimental right now, but look out in the next couple of weeks for an announcement video about the my plans for the channel. And anyways, that is all. I'm sorry if this chat was long, but I had a lot to talk about this time around. Life has been absolutely crazy, so please stay safe, everyone. Wear a mask when you go out. And now I give it back to Dumbcrafted Jake. All right, everybody, welcome back finally to Dumbcrafted. This project was absolutely colossal trying to get this done because it is like a 15-minute walk there and back to get to the Blackstone basalt deposits, and the nether itself is just a very dangerous place, and then breaking and replacing all of it was even more of a hassle, but it is all done now, and I think it looks pretty cool so far. Now, next on the agenda is to make the house fit with the rest of the area. Now, how I want to do this, I do not know. I was thinking of just raising it to the ground and leaving kind of a ruins, taking the roof off, kind of knocking down the supports, leave the house not infected by the nether, but make it clear that something happened here, and that is where I will leave my first set of clues to our scavenger hunt. So I think that that is actually a good idea, and because that's just more mundane work, I'm going to go ahead and do that on my own time, because I fit everything I wanted to say into my time-lapse chat. So I will catch you guys back in like 3 seconds when the house is leveled. All right, everyone. Hello. Really quickly, I'd like to apologize if the audio sounds a little off. We are currently replacing all the floors in my bedroom, so I had to relocate out of my little sound space out into the main room, so it's a little echoey in here because there's almost no furniture. But that aside, we are now at spawn, completely itemless, because before we end this series, I figured it would be nice to take a walk and look at what all of the other Dumbcrafted players have done. I did set up the treasure hunt. Oh, look, there's our island. I did set up the treasure hunt. The first thing can be found at my base, so for any of the Dumbcrafted members who would like to pursue my items, my diamonds, all that stuff, you may follow the trail. It's pretty easy. I didn't really spend much time on it. I just wanted to bury it, and I made it a little fun story of a very crazy man whose house is gone. But anyways, here is the spawn area. I haven't been here in a while, but this is a nice little area. You've got the whole map. There's the Lucky Block Shop, which I never did check out, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And yeah, so there's the Lucky Block Shop, there's a couple of villages, and then there's our island. Here is the progression leaderboard. We never made it on this. I don't know how up to date this was, but I was pretty far back in terms of things, but that's okay. I joined pretty late. And the best pranks here, I don't remember any of the... I remember the roses for days because I saw that walking out, but the rest of these I don't really remember. But this is a nice little area in here. You can come down to nothing because this is still a work in progress. What does that say? For sale rent. Ah, so this is supposed to be a shop space. Now, if we head up here... Oh, there's the Lucky Block Shop right there. And spawn is kind of coming along nicely. There's a little remnant of the village that was here. Just for fun, let's check out this shop here. Shop on in. I don't have any money to buy anything. Yep. So, unfortunately, I can't buy anything. It says, hey there, customers. This is the Lucky Block Shop. If you're unaware what Lucky Block Shop, I know what Lucky Block. 3 tiers, 3 diamonds, 9 diamonds, 45 diamonds. Unfortunately, I cannot buy these. But anyways, this is our official end to our adventure on the Dumbcrafted SMP. I appreciate everything that Phoenix and TheMVGaming have done. I haven't really had much interaction with other members, but it has been a lot of fun playing, and I appreciate the times, and I hope them all the best, and I honestly hope that the server can see some new life within it, but I don't know, unfortunately. Again, as always, there will be links to everybody's channel down in the description. Please go ahead and check them out, if not for me, to support the small YouTube creators, because they are working very hard to make a community, and I think that they deserve some recognition. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on our next adventure. Bye!